I don't have any words,
Tonight, a mother's tears marking another family torn apart by the deadly Astroworld Festival.
This was not concert. I don't know what it was, but this was not concert, because my baby didn't come back.
Bharti Shahani died late Wednesday. The 22-year-old had been on a ventilator since Friday night's Travis Scott concert, where her cousin watched her disappear when the crowd surged.
If they hadn't packed us in on all three sides with barricades, they suffocated us. They did this to Bharti. They suffocated Bharti.
The star Texas A&M student, now the 9th life lost at the event, facing new lawsuits by the day.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here, and this is a tragic story that leaves me with a lot more questions than answers. Out of respect of the victims and those who lost their lives, I'm not going to do what I've seen many others do online, and that is come out and attack ferociously the celebrities and the influential people involved in this concert. I'm not going to defend them either, but the truth is, I don't know who is responsible, but I know that somebody is. So young people want to go and have a good time and watch their favorite artist or musician in person. There's nothing wrong with that. Although maybe not during a pandemic, but that's a topic for another video. So here are some questions that I have. A criminal has been reported to have been walking around injecting concert goers with a syringe. Yeah, really. And definitely that's something new for me. But who was this person? What were they injecting people with? Were the security there when this was going on, and were any of the victims that tragically lost their lives injected? So these are questions that obviously need to be answered. Another question I have is that reports are coming out that the local fire department was not permitted to enter the facility to conduct safety tests prior to the concert. So if that's true, somebody needs to be arrested and thrown in jail. Who does anybody think they are to deny the fire department access? And on the same topic, why didn't the fire department shut down the concert before it even started? If they were denied this access, did someone very powerful intervene to keep them from shutting things down? A security guard quit because he was given no instructions. So who was responsible for supervising that guy? He said that he warned his supervisors that there was a plan to storm the gates, and yet he was ignored. So he received no training about what to expect when the gates open. And that right there, folks, should bother you. Now let's talk about Mr. Travis Scott and where he is at fault. The concert kept going, even though it was mayhem. He knew that something was going on, but chose to keep the concert going. Now, as an artist, maybe he gets a pass for that. He can just say, well, his job was to perform and that was it. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, as a producer, along with Live Nation for this concert, they have to provide answers.
We want to make sure that the people who decided to put profits over the safety of the lives of children and youth are held accountable.
There's a lot of people trampled and they're passed out at the front stage.
Now, as a producer, you should be held accountable for the safety of your concert goers, not just your own personal safety, which I'm sure was taken care of. But Travis Scott and Live Nation, you guys want to make hundreds of millions of dollars? Well, this is America, and that's your right. As long as you know that this is America and we do have consequences. So whether this goes to court or not, know that you will be paying big time for this. The lawsuits need to be massive in order to send a message that producers have to consider safe and not just profits when they throw concerts. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.